Northeast Tonight, brought to you by Oil India Limited, conquering newer horizons, and Pius Group of Institution, Guwahati.
Hello and welcome to Notice Tonight, the show that decodes the region. The show must go on, they say. And in these distressing times, the world is witnessing various people are going about doing various things, but in a new way. Because the COVID-19 pandemic has given rise to a new normal, which we are all experiencing in different ways. Well, the world of music too is bracing itself for a new normal, and musicians in the Northeast too are gearing up to fight the pandemic their own unique way with a never say die spirit. To talk about music in times of the corona, I am joined by four very fascinating musicians from our region, all of whom iconic personalities really. From Shillong, I am joined by singer and songwriter Rudy Wallang of the blues rock band Soulmate. In Dimapur, I have Alobo Naga, a hugely popular singer and songwriter again. From New Delhi, I am joined by Moyu Hazarika, singer and a veteran television personality. And in Guwahati, I have singer, composer and social activist Jubilee. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Notice Tonight. Let me go first to you in Shillong, Rudy Wallang, vocalist, songwriter, founder of the blues rock band Soulmate, iconic figure. Rudy, welcome to Notice Tonight. You know, you have said somewhere, Rudy, that you intend to record music more and more and to make people happy and joyous, as far as possible. Now my question is, have your plans been impacted by the virus called COVID? And are you battling COVID in your own distinct style?
Well, I guess COVID has affected everybody all over the world, So, I mean, it's fair enough to say that we have been affected, not infected, but affected, from the point of view that we don't have any shows happening. Like I was just telling Roshan just now that, in a way, I've been investing my money in my studio, our rehearsal place for Soulmate. So I have all the equipment and I have a basic recording setup and stuff like that. So this has given me a chance to record with my kids, with my family, put out a few videos on and off. Well, I guess that's the only thing we can do now as musicians. We haven't got any income coming in for the last 3 months. Hopefully, we're looking forward to tomorrow. Hopefully, tomorrow is going to be better, but then can never say what's going to happen with this. Right now, there's a big question mark. And I think that's the same for not only for us musicians, but I think that's the same for a lot of people across the board that are suffering.
Yeah. Rudy, what have you been doing during the lockdown? Writing a lot of songs?
Well, I wrote one on the 20th of March and it was released, I think, in April sometime. Basically, it was a song that I woke up with, a song called Deny the Bogeyman.
Yeah.
And the bogeyman pointing at the virus. But at the same time, there's so many other bogeymen in our society that we live in today, I'm sure you know what I mean. I mean, from the point of view that as a citizen of the country and as a musician, we have to face a lot of I can't say certain words on television.
Yeah.
But we have to face a lot of negativity in our lives, And we as musicians usually don't ever ask the government, people for loans and stuff like that. Whatever we've done off our own steam.
Right.
Through the years. through the years, and I've been making music for 39 years now, since 1981. So that's a long time. Well, yeah, but what I feel personally is that if I don't utilize this time, I'm thankful for this time, on the other side of the fence. I'm thankful for this time because I've got a chance to make music with my kids. Otherwise, other times we've always been busy traveling and doing things. They've been busy. Everyone's doing their own thing.
Yeah, Rudy, Bogeyman sounds interesting. How does the song go, if I may?
Maybe I can. The first line is, nobody's going to go out today. Everyone has to stay at home. Or no one's going to go out and play. Everyone stays at home today because the bogeyman's in town. The bogeyman's in town. But for me, the bogeyman doesn't only reference the virus. The bogeyman could be anybody in the society that gives the society a bad deal. If you know what I mean,
Right.
We have unscrupulous businessmen, we have
Right,
unscrupulous politicians across the board who really don't think about. Those are all bogeymen. So viruses have always been there in society. The ones that infect us, the ones that affect us. So,
Okay.
that's what it's about.
Absolutely. Let me go to Moyu in New Delhi. Moyu, welcome. First of all, you're making your debut in Northeast tonight. Welcome. I'm excited to have you on the program. Moyu, how has the lockdown, treating you? Have you been able to get the better of the situation? Because musicians are extremely creative people. No one can keep them down.
Sure. Thank you very much, Wasbir. Thanks for inviting me to be part of the panel. I'll just quickly take the opportunity to say hello to all my fellow sort of panelists as well, great musicians in their own right. I've been a big fan of Rudy to begin with, and all of them. Yeah, you're very right. It's a bit of a here and there situation, like Rudy very rightfully sort of mentioned. There are two aspects to all the musicians during this lockdown. One is, of course, we are all doing, I think, what we believe we do best, which is essentially creating, writing, composing, singing to ourselves, singing to our children, singing to the family, and at large singing to everybody who's out there. Because it sort of stems from the inherent belief that, music, whatever form, does heal the mind. That's one aspect of it. So I'm glad as a fraternity, and I think I represent everybody when I say that. The fact of the matter is the fact that we're being able to bring that much of sort of, a slight bit of peace in the mind, even though it's momentarily at the moment. That's one aspect. We're glad about that. The other aspect, again, which again, I'm sure all of us would agree, this sort of, impending threat of losing livelihood. That's also something which is, I think, massive. That is, troublesome. That's worrisome because I was just talking to friends from the fraternity. I was just writing something the other day. The fact of the matter is that you see, independent musicians per se do not fall within an sort of tangible ambit of any scheme or sarkari yojana, so to speak. You know what I mean? I wrote that somewhere. So that has to be looked at now gradually. What is it? Because I think everybody functions within an ecosystem. So when you're taking care of one musician, it also then sort of extends to a sound engineer, extends to a person who is standing behind the mixer, the person who is standing behind the
Absolutely.
mic. So that's extremely important. So these two aspects.
Right. I think we will once again try to connect to disconnect and connect once again to Moyu, particularly the audio line. Let the Skype be on because we are having some difficulty in the audio. Let me quickly go to Alobo Naga. Alobo, once again, welcome. It has been a while, Alobo, since you last appeared on my show. What have you been doing since then? Writing and composing? You are not the type who will just stay and do nothing. Alobo.
It's been very busy, to be honest. Busy days. I've been right now for us Christians, we're doing online churches. So I'm making music for churches across India for every Sunday, and also lastly, last time when we talked, I was releasing the song Corona. I'm sure you're. I mean, no. I was composing that song, and
Yeah,
after
you were
that, I
composing
released
that
that
song.
song.
Yes.
And I have been releasing so many songs online, and even this Sunday, Friday, Saturday, I'll be releasing a song. Yeah.
Okay, Alobo, you said you were releasing or composing songs for online church services. That's interesting.
So I mean, like right now, there's no physical happening, churches happening. So there are a lot of online churches, and they're looking for people to lead worship in singing. So I record from my home and I send it across. So the churches are using that, in their I mean, on their online churches. Yeah.
That's interesting. Composing music for online churches. As I said, Alobo, you are not the type who will just sit at home and do nothing. I have got a lot to talk to you and also to hear some music from you, Alobo. Let me welcome the lady, Jubilee. Welcome to Notice Tonight. How have you been spending your time? What have you been doing? A lot of music at home, Jubilee? Can you hear me?
Yeah, kind of. Initially, was little confused how to start about, but then with the time, we had actually realized that this is going to take some really long time, maybe a year or maybe more than that. So the show must go on. So we have to keep working. We have to keep creating, and thanks to the technology that we've been able to create some good music during this period, and this is the only way right now that we can. Work through which we can work and through which we can carry on our music or whatever things we've been doing in life. And although we were aware of the technology, the digital scenario, but then we never actually felt the need to use it so much. But yes, now with time we've started coping up.
Yeah.
And it has really helped me so far. And even I have to learn a lot of things, because this is quite new. This is quite new for us. We are still learning, and this is a long process, long journey again, and we have to live with Corona. The saddest part is that we have to live with it.
Right, absolutely.
But it's all definitely depends upon us how we live with it, obeying the rules, and with everything.
Yeah. Now Jubilee, you see, music is among the main stress busters during any difficult situation for that matter. What would you like to tell your fans at this juncture when there is a lot of difficulty around us?
For me as well, because before being an artist, I'm a human being too. So music heals, and that is also the main source through which my stress is lessened always. Or it always helps in every during your what do you say, during your entire life, being a moment of happiness or sadness. It is the music which actually helps you. It in increasing your happiness and in decreasing your pain. So that has been a reliever for me as well.
Absolutely.
As I told you that I have started coping up with the technology now, and during this lockdown, we have also released a song with all the digital, with the support of the digital media. And yes, we are working on many more. Uh, and the one which I had released a few days back, we are about to release the video as well. And obeying all the rules of the lockdown, we have recorded the song in that similar way. What I would just like to let you know how we did it. The song has been it's been written about the present scenario. It's not a song; it's an emotion. It's my emotion, which has been beautifully described by Digonta Bharati. It's been composed and written by him. So he mailed me the song. When I got the song, actually, initially I called him up. I said, I want a song like this. This is my emotion, so you have to express it beautifully through your words. So once he was done with it, he had sent me the song.
Okay,
I got
Jubilee,
it recorded at home.
Jubilee, why don't you sing the song for our viewers as well as your fans? Few lines.
Sure, I would love to. Yeah, let me do that. Yeah. Ekhon jen mora sohor ঘাম নাই জীবনৰ পৰাদি পৰি আছে যত ৰাজপথ নগৰৰ কি দিন কি ৰাতি আঠ প্ৰহৰৰ একেই ছবি জনশূন্য চানমাৰি পাণ বজাৰ Jotiniadi hui tha Guwahati Kati toi nirapod Lockdown tur hua pati Tari gusi bipod.
Absolutely. Huitha Guwahati Tatei Moi Nirapod. Keep sleeping, Guwahati. I am quite safe in your midst, or something like that. And fantastic. Jubilee, I'm coming back to you. Moyuk, in the meantime, please get ready. I will also request you to sing for my viewers. Let me quickly ask a question to Rudy, and then I'm coming to you to hear a song from you in these times of distress. Rudy, you know, what would you like to tell your fans, because everyone is going through a period of uncertainty. They are looking to music. A lot of people are taking recourse to music. They're finding refuge in music, Rudy.
Well, right now, all I can say to everybody is just to be positive, to stay positive, and to follow the rules and regulations that have been stipulated by the government, by the health organizations about, about social distancing and about hand sanitization and stuff like that, wearing masks and all that. I think that's important for many reasons that I don't have to get into. It's obvious. But positivity, I think, is one of the most important things.
Yeah.
And try and do things that you haven't done, that you haven't had a chance to do. For me, I try and do some cooking sometimes, or help the kids
Okay.
out. I go up, play with the dogs, just have fun with them in the mornings. That's my exercise. I don't really go out of into town unless I have to. So I think here, where we are in Shillong, that I think most of the people here in Shillong have been following protocol, which is really good, and I appreciate that. But then after a while, people start getting restless. So I think people need to have patience and understand the end of what might happen in case they get infected. It's not a good thing, because they can pass it on to their family. They can pass it on to their friends.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think that's
and you said, Rudy, that you would also enjoy cooking. Have you cooked any unique dish in the last couple of days?
Well, I love roasting pork and roasting beef and stuff like that. And I love, this bitter goat, Karela.
Okay.
So I made a dish which is sweet, bitter, sour, spicy, all in one. And I think a lot of people that have tried it have really liked it. So I guess that's where the creative mind comes into play. But I love to eat. So if anybody cooks for me, I'm always there. I'm always enjoying, indulging in gluttony.
Absolutely. Rudy, stay on. Let me invite Moyu Hazarika. No, Moyuk also doesn't need any introduction. Everybody knows who Moyuk is. Moyuk, why don't you entertain your fans and our viewers with whatever? What are you playing actually, first of all?
Well, very honestly speaking, I have been sort of, I'm in a straight sort of bridge, so to speak. I hope you can hear me clearer this time. Oswita, am I clearer? Am I audible right now?
Not very well. Not very. The line is not very good with you, but still,
Huh.
we should go on. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm saying, there is the job at one end, and there is sort of music at the other end. But what I have been able to do is, because usually one doesn't find that much time, I have been able to fall back on a lot of lost music, actually, over the
Okay.
last couple of years that the job has sort of, taken time for. That's been great. So I've sort of begun to write a lot, begun to compose a lot. Let me just strum a few lines of one of my songs, which I think most people know. I've written this a couple of years back. I'll just strum a few lines if
Yeah. It
that's
will be
all right.
lovely.
Yeah,
Just a few lines. Yes. Very nice.
sure. চকুৱে যদি কথা কয় একদম কিয়নো লাগে অজানিতে যদি ভুল হয় ক্ষমা কিয়নো লাগে মনে যদি কাঁদে অনুরাগে মনেও দিয়ে কাঁদে কি অনুরাগে চকুই যদি কথা কয় ওগুলো কি অনুরাগে
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, typical Moyuk, that your voice reminds me of Bhupenda. Every time I listen to you, it reminds me of Bhupenda. Of course, no two singers are alike. You have your own unique style.
Oh, yes.
But, maybe just because of that connection, you can't just get get transported into that world of Bhupenda's music. I'll come back to you, Moyuk. Alobo, music industry badly hurt by the pandemic. Tours, all the tours, gigs, concerts, everything is getting cancelled. For some musicians, even survival has become difficult. Alobo, can you hear me?
Very true. So when you say music, it's a big industry. So everyone is badly affected, starting from the performing artists like us. Almost all our shows are cancelled. All our events are cancelled.
Right.
And that is one. Second thing is like there are singers who earn through events like weddings also. So weddings are also gone. There are people who go and perform in churches. That is also gone. Besides that, the sound vendors, the lights, the stage, everyone is affected badly. The music schools, there are a lot of music teachers and music schools are not happening. So it's affecting everybody, even the musician in Bollywood or film industries. The Bollywood already, all the production is stopped. So they don't have any work. And most of us, we depend on music for our livelihood. And we are now without any work. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Musicians around the world, around the country, in the whole of the Northeast, the same story. But every adversity, there is some kind of an opportunity. My question to you, Alobo, do you think music in the virtual world now looks like reality? It's already starting. Do you think that is going to become the new normal? What are you doing, and what is the scene in Nagaland?
See, virtual world, in a sense, like the musicians are coming together in irrespective of the situation that we are going through. We're always trying to entertain people. People are going through, depression, anxiety, loneliness at the moment. So what the musicians are doing is like we are going live. We are doing concerts at home. We're going live, and musicians are coming together, doing collaboration, and writing songs together, singing together. So we're trying our best, trying to entertain the world, even at home at the moment.
Jubilee, a lot of difficulty being faced, by musicians. Jubilee.
Absolutely, Wasbir. It's actually difficult for all the artists or everyone associated to the industry. Undoubtedly, every industry has been affected, but especially the entertainment industry is badly affected because the main thing about lockdown is about what we know so far that to stay away from the virus we have to maintain social distancing, which is not possible when it comes to a concert or when it comes to a public show, because it is a place of gathering. So it is very much clear that maybe for a year or maybe unless and until everyone has the vaccine for it, we won't be able to start our concerts and everything. And artists are highly affected, badly affected. And especially when it comes to Assam, there are a lot of artists, our regional artists, who are totally dependent on the Bihu shows. So they hardly do any shows during the off season, which we call the off season. Only during this Bihu time, when April, May, they perform few shows, and then with that money they earn, they survive with the entire family. So this is actually really bad because the time when Corona had started, it has actually, it's a devastating state for all of us.
Absolutely. Corona, devastating state for all of us, people in every field. I'll go for a short break. When I come back, I'll continue my conversation with these four very, very fascinating people, or all very, very unique musicians from the Northeast. Don't go away. I'll be right back. welcome back, Alobo, having Alobo Naga on the show and not asking him to sing. You know, that will be almost like a crime. You see, Alobo, I'm not going to leave you, leave this opportunity of requesting you to sing. Would you like to sing anything for your fans today?
Okay. So this time it's not, I'm not doing my song. I'm doing it's like a cover song. It's a very old song. So it's a hymn. So I'm sure many people would know the song, but I'm doing a very simple version with my teachers, my music school teachers. So we're doing the song together. So it's like, oh Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy part throughout the universe display. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, how Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Thank you.
Wow, fantastic, Alobo. I must tell you that somehow I know the Angami version of this song, but don't ask me to sing it because I don't dare to sing in front of such unique musicians today. Alobo.
Thank you. Yeah.
What I'm saying is that I know the Angami
Wow.
version of this song.
Mm-hmm. Woo, Wasbir. Sure.
But
Yeah, I would
don't worry.
love to listen to
Don't
you.
worry.
Yeah, Wasbir.
Don't worry. I will not sing it. I will maybe sing it separately to you. Let me go to Rudy Wallang. Rudy, your band Soulmate. Soulmate has performed across Northeast and outside. Do you think concerts won't happen for long? And what are you going to do? Online platform seems to be the only option for people like you.
That's for sure. That's for sure. There's no doubt about that. By the looks of things, I think Northeast we're just kind of starting. Looks like the virus has just kind of started getting into the Northeast.
Yes.
So far, Shillong on and off. Right now, there's no cases. Nagaland, they just started. Sikkim, there was a case. Arunachal, there is. Manipur, there is. So I think, it's safe to say that this live concerts are not going to be happening for a while. Maybe till next year. For me, positively next year. But right now, what I've been working on besides making videos and things like that, I've also been working, since I have a studio. So I've been working, trying to set up the studio so that I can get bands to come and live stream from here, from the premises. The studio is called The Hole in the Wall. The Hole in the Wall. So once I have the equipment, I've sent for some equipment. So once that comes into town, I'll be doing a couple of test streams and stuff like that. And once the audio and video is good, then I think we'll try and start doing some live streaming where Soulmate, Andrea Tarang Band, Blue Temptation, and other bands in Shillong can come. We'll have a facility where they can come and maybe earn a little money as well.
Okay,
because I think it's important. Right now, 3 months, no income for everyone. So just think about that.
Right. So bands in Shillong might, go online with commercial shows. That's what you were saying, Rudy.
Yes. For right now, that's the only way to go, I think. There's no other way. I mean, and it's much safer. And there are people, see, the thing is like we have curfew from 7 in the evening. So from 7 o'clock in the evening, people don't know what to do with their time. Some will be on Facebook, some will be on the internet doing this or that, cooking or whatever, generally just trying to be productive.
Yeah.
So I feel that if the live stream does start happening and it happens well, I'm sure we'll have a good audience for that, and the local bands, some of the bands that we can help out here, they can start earning some money as well, because everybody needs to earn some money. I mean, we all need to
Absolutely,
live. We have to buy
absolutely.
our daily, rice and whatever, our daily bread. So
Yeah.
we all need money.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Let me come to you, Moyuk. Moyuk, in this kind of a, you see, your uncle, everybody's Bhupenda, he had composed music in every difficult situation in this country and the world had gone through earlier during his times. Now, question is, can you hazard a guess what could he have perhaps have said in this kind of a situation? What could he have talked in this kind of a scenario? Moyuk.
Yeah, well, like you said, I think there is a song for every mood that he had composed. I mean, joy, sorrow, agony, ecstasy, different situations that people have faced. But I think he would have sort of, walked shoulder to shoulder at this moment. The fact of the matter, which everybody is, I think, reiterating the fact that you are looking post-COVID world, you are looking at losing livelihood for certain sectors and industry. So I'm sure that would have been a huge concern for him as well. Because I'll tell you what, no matter how it appears externally, the fact of the matter is I sort of happen to have grown up oscillating between, the stage and the green rooms and the sort of, studios. The fact of the matter is that even him, including the rest of my family, whoever has been in the music industry will know there is that inherent insecurity that, not being able to earn what we conventionally understand as a regular income. When that's not there, there is an inherent insecurity. No matter who it is, including him, did go through that, and we have been witness to that. The fact of the matter is that, I think at different points, artists have reinvented themselves, like Rudy has said, Alobo is mentioning. I think it needs to be some sort of a reinvention, rediscovery. I don't know how.
Reinvention.
We'll all have to go back to the drawing rooms and
Yeah.
and figure out how to word off these things, hold discussions, create support groups.
True.
We'll somehow have
Yeah.
to get this going. And I think Northeast is going to quite take the lead, I'm quite sure. Because the older days, people there are back home are born with a guitar in hand.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think a lot
absolutely.
of answers will come
Yes.
from our end.
True.
Regional music, I think, is going to flourish because people won't be able to travel too much. So all that is going to make a huge impact.
Okay, let's wait and watch. Jubilee, you also do, Jubilee, a lot of social work. You have your Jubilee Foundation. What have you really been doing during this lockdown period?
Wasbir, as you know that Jubilee Foundation solely works for disease organ donation awareness in the entire Northeast region, and thankfully we're the first organization working towards the cause. But now the scenario is totally different. We have to work, since the main motive is to work for our people, and the need of the hour is now we have to work for our people during this crisis, and something which is related to the pandemic. We have actually started two drive. One is the Happy Bag campaign. There, what we've been trying to do is, with the help of few well-wishers, they have donated whatever they could, and with our own source, whatever we've been able to do, we've been trying to help some families who are, suffering. Who are actually, they are not being able to get a meal, or they are not being able to eat properly. We are just trying to help them with some food for the family. They are like, we have started from Dergaon, we have helped around 20 families there. Now we are going ahead to Dhemaji, like around 60, 70 families there. Then Dibrugarh. So this is the Happy Bag campaign. And the second one is we have started a drive called the hashtag New Normal in Life. So this drive especially, we have started this because, we want to spread some positivity. So initially we have,
Okay, so that's a lot of work really, Jubilee.
Absolutely. So we are actually involving a lot of people, a lot of artists also, a lot of people who are uploading one video of theirs where they speak about one positive change, one new normal in their life to inspire others. And this drive, in the long run, we are doing some awareness drives also, which is the new normal in life again.
Okay, okay. Absolutely. The social work, that is extremely important in this kind of situations. Fortunately, across the country, across the Northeast, across Assam, a lot of good Samaritans are coming out to help those in needy. So these are signs that, our society is on track at the end of the day. Although, of course, there are black sheeps everywhere. That's a different story, but a lot of good people doing a lot of good work. Alobo, any online collaboration plan in the days ahead, because that's the way to go, isn't it? Online collaborations. Alobo.
Yes, actually, lots. So I'm doing with a collaboration with one of my friend. He's based in Bombay. He plays for Bollywood actress, So we're doing collaboration together, and I'm doing some with some Naga artists also. And couple of collaboration on the line, actually.
Now, will there be commerce involved, or are you doing it just for fun? Because how is money going to come in? Is money going to come in at all through these things? Because that's the essential element for survival.
See, this is the saddest part at the moment, to be honest. Online music sale is very less. It's not, most of our earning is through live music, and that's completely gone. So right now, the only option for us is like maybe in the future, I'm planning to do pay per view, like an online concert.
Yeah.
That's the only option we have at the moment till the pandemic is gone, So all these collaboration are mostly, just online releases. So I don't know how much we can get through, Spotify, iTunes, or all those online platform, but we don't see much on the commercial side. Yeah.
But what would you like to tell your fans at this juncture, Alobo?
So first of all, everybody stay safe, stay home, and take all the precautions. Yeah. Second thing is please continue to support us. To be honest, everyone is going through hard time, and that includes us also. And what we would like to request the fans is you can support us by buying our music online. You can support us by watching the videos on YouTube, and make sure that you watch the ads that comes. If you skip it, then the monetization, and then maybe in few months, I'm planning to do a concert like pay per view, so you can pay money and watch me do live concert. So please support us, and not only me but all the musicians. Thank you.
Rudy, what has the pandemic really taught you? Because it has taught many people many things.
Well, it all depends. For me, I've always learned not to take things for granted. For me, I've always learned to accept challenges as they come. So to me, this is also a challenge. And I have a family, I have to take care of them. And the thing is, like in my family, two other members, Leon and Vincent, my sons, they also play with Soulmate. So they don't have an income either, So, and Andrea, she is writing music and she has an LP, she sings, she performs, so she doesn't have an income as well. So except for my one daughter who's a teacher.
Yeah.
So she's the only one who has a paycheck coming in every month.
Absolutely.
So, it's tough times for us, but at the same time, this is a challenge where we can try and learn new things, learn to cope and learn to make do with what we have. No expectations.
Absolutely.
That's the only way.
Yeah, a lot of people are going through difficult times. We are all actually going through difficult times. But as a responsible person, Rudy, what should be the role of citizens in such times of crisis?
Depends on what citizen. Most citizens, I think, have been following the rules and regulations. But a few citizens, like yesterday, somebody passed a clip of people coming in from Haryana or from Delhi or something by train. And these young boys, they jumped out of that train trying to escape quarantine. But the thing is, if they have been infected, they cannot escape the virus. They don't realize that. And the people that they live with will not escape that. So that's a foolish thing to do.
Yeah.
And then we hear of a minister, another responsible person somewhere down south, who decides not to go for compulsory quarantining because he's an important member of society. I think we all are important people, all of us here. We're all important. We all contribute to the world, to India. So why should it be different for different people?
Very true. Very true.
I think most citizens, they stick to the rules.
Yeah.
They stick to the protocol. But there are a lot of people that break protocol, and most of these people are the higher ups who think they have because of their position.
Yeah.
They think that they have the right to do whatever they want, which is wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a lot of questions for you, Alobo, but I'll have to skip a few because I'm running short of time. Now, do you get worried at times, so many of our youth, any stranded in different parts of the country?
Yes, it's very unfortunate, and then we can't even tell them to stay there because so many of them are struggling. They're going through a hard time. Everyone is not from good economical, background, so they lost the job, and the parents can't support them because they are the one who is supporting the family back home, and the house owners letting them go. There's racial discrimination happening, and so many things happening there also. So we can't let them stay there. I mean, we can't tell them to stay also. But at the same time, there is a fear, and then we see a lot of positive cases from people who are coming at the moment. But I believe that if the government is well equipped, if the government prepare well, then I'm sure they can take a lead because we are seeing that, people are being cured. Then if we take care of it properly, and if the government is well equipped and they're prepared, then I'm sure we can see better
Moyuk.
days.
Moyuk, at the end of the day, one has to survive with hope, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Keep the faith, as they say.
Okay, I think Moyuk's, we are unfortunate today. Moyuk's audio is very bad. We can't go with Moyuk. Let me ask Jubilee. Jubilee, what do you have to tell your fans and admirers because they would like to hear something from you? Jubilee.
See, everybody's saying the same thing, and that's what I believe, and I would like to say to all my friends and fans that, this is the time where we all have to be together, of course, not physically, but mentally. So this togetherness is very much important. Try and help as much as you can. Not only we have to help each and every people, and also at the same time, we have to think about our animals also. Every living being. It's a war of the entire universe, living being.
Okay, Jubilee, I can't ask too many questions for you, but I would finally, would you like to end, by singing a few more lines from any of your favorite songs, Jubilee?
So first of all, Wasbir, this is one of my favorite songs. I would just like to mention, and this is a song for humanity, and so I would like to sing this song for all my people. There comes a time when we hear a certain call, and the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, what is time to hand a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can go on, pretending deep somewhere will soon make a change. We are all a part of God's great big family. And the truth, love is all we need. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones to make a brighter day. So let's start living. There's a choice we're making. We're changing our own lives. It's true, we make a better day.
That's nice. That's lovely. That's lovely, Jubilee. I would also thank you, Jubilee. Lovely. I'm running short of time. I would have loved listening to these songs. Alobo, finally, I would also request you to end with a song. Alobo, anything you like for the people of Nagaland, for the people of the Northeast, for your fans, for our viewers.
Okay. Let me sing. a song for you guys, and this song is. I mean, last time I've been singing a very serious song, so maybe let me try a fun song. And this song is not released yet, but I hope I can sing it for you guys. This song is called My Pomegranate Girl. I am crazy, I am weird. I do stuff that normal guys don't do. You just laugh away with my stupidity. I care less when I'm with you. I can't be myself, so me, 'cause you make me feel so me. You do things that I love, even those little things. So if you fall, I will catch you. If you cry, I will make faces until you smile and you dimple the beat. And when you're cold, I'll give you a beer hug. When you're down, I'll sing for you. And you feel Steve's face, I'll do my crazy dance moves until I make you happy. My pomegranate girl. Thank you.
Wow, My Pomegranate Girl. Thank you, Alobo. Rudy, recently we saw your Chief Minister, Conrad Sangma, playing heavy metal on his guitar. Would you like to join him on an online concert, Rudy?
Well, I'm not a heavy metal fan.
Okay.
Although I got nothing against heavy metal, and I got nothing against Conrad playing Iron Maiden. But yeah, it's all good. I mean, see, he's a human being, and he's been having a lot of pressure these last couple of months, I'm sure, because Shillong still hasn't been really affected as much. So I don't know. I pray that nothing's going to be, nothing dangerous is going to be happening in the near future.
Absolutely.
We still have to wait for a lot of students to come in. But Conrad is a family man. He's a human being. And I think he needs to let off some steam sometimes. And I appreciate the fact that he went and he posted that thing online. Not many people do that because a lot of them are too important.
Finally, Rudy, do you see light at the end of the dark tunnel? Do you see light at the end of the dark tunnel?
Of course. Of course. There has to be light at the end of the tunnel. If there's no light at the end of the tunnel, we might as well all just give up and die. There has to be. There is light at the end of the tunnel. It's just that I tell people, you just hold on. You've got to have some patience and make the best use of your time right now. Make the best use of your time. Because you may not get this chance to be with your family. You may not get this chance to do things that you want to do in your life at home because people take a lot of things for granted.
Absolutely.
So learn some new skills.
Absolutely, Rudy. There has to be light at the end of the dark tunnel. One last time, let me try Moyuk. Moyuk, your parting comments. We have not been lucky with you today. Your final comments, 20 seconds.
I know, unfortunately, the audio, I think this is the lockdown effect for the phone lines as well. No, nonetheless, I think everyone is very right. We have to keep the faith. We have to be hopeful that things are going to sort of, brighten up. That is how it is. There is always sunshine after rain. That's what they say. We just have to be careful. The lockdown might go, but the virus is here to stay for a while. I think that is something that we need to be very, very aware of. So as long as we're taking sort of, our individual protection, we are being safe ourselves with our families, with our friends and children. I think we are sort of, extending that bit of security and safety to the others as well. That's the way forward, I think.
I think very, very, very aptly said by Moyuk. And unfortunately, the audio was perfect. Because that was the last word from Moyuk and very, very sensible talk that he has been taking. Viewers, you see, the show, as they say, must go on, and the musicians always have a never say die spirit. With that spirit, as Rudy has said, there has to be light at the end of the dark tunnel. And of course, as Moyuk has said, there is sunshine after rain every time. And that is the spirit. We have to live perhaps with COVID for some more time to come in the days ahead, but there is no cause for panic. We have to be careful on that note. I thank all my panelists, everybody, for watching the show. Good night and goodbye.
Northeast Tonight, brought to you by Oil India Limited, conquering newer horizons, and Pius Group of Institution, Guwahati.